Hi, this is Joe. If you receive this message for the first time, I'm a channel for the divine, as we all are. But I had the fortunate opportunity to go through the awakening process about a year and a half ago. So that I'm here to help you on this journey, and as a guide, as a person to provide feedback or to help you, give you advice or information on what you'll need to get through the process, just like a teacher or coach would do. Um, and basically that's what I'm here for. And if you get this message, and if you're coming back from another message, then I'm welcome back. Today, I think the best things I learned too is grounding. And a lot of as we are energetic beings, frequency beings, one of the biggest things besides besides meditation and doing the breath work is grounding. What I mean by grounding is either standing or putting your bare feet on ground, which is, which is grounding, and or meditating, and then you through your perception, you anchor yourself into the ground energetically, and that's also grounding. Also, another thing too is like a little rock. You take, things like this that help you to ground throughout your day. And like I said, I'll carry a rock or carry little rocks just to do that, to ground you. And what helps, grounding helps you to, one, release a lot of tension that you have in your body. So if you're stressed, or you feel a lot of emotions coming up, yeah, whether you've done your meditation, even after meditation, doing a grounding, going to and putting your feet on the ground and just feel the earth, go walk around, whether it's sand, whether it's grass, whether it's dirt. It's just like it's kind of going back to your childhood days where don't mind, and don't worry about getting dirty, and just put your feet back on the ground, as we did back in the day, the caveman era where we were basically part of the nature. So that is one critical factor or critical help tool to use, is grounding, as well as meditation, and doing your meditative work, but each day. But I found that grounding each day for I don't know, it's like anything. If you do it like 10 to 15 minutes or so, or just walk, you put your feet, I know, like I'm in the I'm in the Midwest, so it's obviously cold outside, but even so, I like doing it because it does, like, even 5 to 10 minutes outside, putting your feet on the ground, whether it's snow, whatever. It is a little cold, but it does help to just release a lot of what do you call it? A lot of energy and a lot of stress, and it just and you just kind of visualize as you're walking on the ground that you're anchored into the earth, and you, like we are, part of the earth, and that's, as a frequency or energetic beings, and you just basically, it's like taking a battery and discharging it, so that you get rid of all the, I would say, the bottled up energy that's, it's an excellent thing to do, especially in the evening or in the afternoon, after work, or after work and family activities. It's one awesome way for you to be able to discharge into the earth any of the stress you've had, or frustrations or whatever, during the highs and the lows of the day, that you can discharge and and get rid of that. And really easy, but it's not like you have to do too much besides walk around, or stand in a single area, and just let the work and the grounding occur. So you'll definitely feel the difference afterwards. Um, that it it is highly potent as far as being able to release any pent up energy and or um, frustration or stress. It's one of the things that use pretty much on a daily basis, and it allows and helps also not to accumulate things. I mean, if you like on a daily basis, you're um, you're stressed out. I mean, if you do it, I mean, once every 3 days, it. I mean, there's a lot that can accumulate. I mean, within that 3 days. So I'd say that's. I mean, whether you can do it for 5 minutes or 3 minutes, just to get out and do it is one. It's awesome. So it gives you, or bring like a little rock or something of the earth that you can carry and your with you, and it's wonderful. I mean, for me, that I kind of just I'm like a fidgety person, so I I use this little rock in my pocket and just kind of fidget around with it, or when I'm working at work thinking about things. It's just nice to have something that you can hold on to, and at the same time, it helps me just kind of as I'm thinking, as well as it helps you uh, ground and try to and not get so stressed throughout the day. So that's one of the things that I would highly suggest you do, and it's very simple. I just like I said, it's the whole process of the whole process you're in here is to focus on yourself, and by and taking the time for yourself so that you can do that inner work, and by doing that, it's and the most important person is yourself. And I know if you're like me, I can tell you from my past history, you're going throughout the day and you're doing a million things for everybody else besides yourself, and I have to say that it's not that's a honorable thing as far as trying to do, but you find out through the process of awakening that the only thing you really need to do is try to focus on yourself and give yourself that time to meditate, relax, bring your nervous system down, and to ground um, each day, and you'll definitely feel the difference and be much more of much more pleasant to be around. And not only that, you just um, you'll be more calm. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that you get is when you're calm and you can be present. I mean, is the most wonderful thing you can and you feeling you have, even if it's like you're. It's kind of like being in a if you're in I mean, situations where family, what do you call it, arguing, or some kind of high stress environment where you feel like you're in a hurricane. It's kind of where the analogy is if you go and do the meditation and do some grounding work and just come you're pretty much putting yourself right in the middle of the storm where it seems like everything around you is is hurling around you, but it doesn't affect you. So it because you're in the center of the hurricane, you're not really um, gonna be hurt by anything. You're basically protecting yourself. And then once, I mean, obviously you complete your meditation, your grounding, and you go into the situation with a different perception where you can calmly talk to people and try to address whatever the issue is without having, what do you call it, without reacting in a way you probably would have reacted before you did your your meditation. So that's one. I would say that one of the key things that I've learned is grounding is and meditation is. I mean, like two things you can do on a daily basis, as well as journaling to to calm your nervous system and be present. Because once you become present, you then learn to one, control your mind, and control your emotions. And once you have control of both your emotions and your mind, it's a powerful thing. Because a lot, I would say a lot of humans are controlled by both. I mean, you see it, I mean, every day in the news, or even while driving or out in public places, where people are reacting to somebody else doing something or saying something really. And that's pretty much why we're doing this process, because humanity's going is and yeah, we're planning to is I'm plan to be on a more, how do you say it, higher and higher and more, how do you say it, loving platform of dealing with everybody. So once you go to the awakening process, you can see that you'll see that that people, I mean, you'll see them even within your own family, that people, you'll start to interact with people in a better way, and that the people will react to you in a better way. So that in itself is going to, I mean, when you go through the awakening process, and many other people are going to go through it as well, and which is the will end up, which will create a human, a society of a lot better of harmony and love in the human, in our humanity, as far as our own human social structures, I guess. You'll see that a lot of these things that are happening today, and violence and stuff, will not be an issue in the future. So, as well as competition and scarcity and stuff. So that, I mean, but the ground, the base, I would say the baseline for being able to go to that level and to ascend to that level is doing your inner work and controlling your nervous system, lowering your nervous system, controlling your emotions, and controlling your mind. When you do, and when you have that, those tools and skill set to do, and to be able to do that, then you become a powerful person, and a much calmer and much more loving person. So, and powerful, I mean that you can really go into situations, I mean, where things may look bad or really um, testing you, and you can go into them, and they end up, and you can make, how can you say it, make things turn out well. I mean, you come up with, think clearer, you come up with solutions that maybe others didn't think of, and that helps come to a peaceful resolution. So, and that's pretty much why we need to do this, and why we, not only for uh, making a better human society, but also making making us be, making us be more healthy and stuff. Because as you do this and you eliminate traumas, eliminate um, bottled up um, bottled up emotions, and you'll eliminate your family trauma, as well as you eliminate any generational trauma, or um, generational habits or addictions and stuff like that, that can be all resolved with doing this work. And you'll see that your inner healing work will, as you progress, you'll see that I would highly recommend you getting a notebook to just journal it, your activity, your think, like for instance, first thing in the morning and then at night, and just write down anything, I mean, everything and anything that you feel. And as you go over time and you look back at it, it's amazing. I did that myself, where I look back at all the things I had to go through, and it's like, oh, it's incredible. But at the same time, it shows you how much, I mean, how well you progressed over time, and to get to the stage in which you're fully awakened and fully into a light being, into a light being in which you can transmute any of the feelings that you've already, or negativity or blockages that you've already had in the past. So, um, with that, that's a huge, I would say, so that's an awesome way to feel. I mean, like myself right now, I feel a lot more lighter. If things are going well as far as family life and work and things, so that which was not the case I would say a year and a half, 2 years late earlier. So when I started this process, so I can tell you at the end of it, it's a much, it's a much, how do I say it? It's a very well, much valued, not valued. I'm trying to think of the word. It's definitely a great thing to go through. I guess that's the easiest way, and it's well deserved once you do it. And at the end, I mean, your your soul chose to do this to be the person that does stop the blockages, the traumas in your family, not only in your current family, but also in your family lineage for generations to come. So, by doing this work, you're you're creating more harmony in your family as well as on earth, because that's where well, that's what we want to do, is create harmony on earth and create a better um, a better, like, heaven on earth, is which basically we should, I mean, what we'll have. And I think, I know that we'll do this by doing this, and by me helping you to become that person. We'll do it. We'll do it. And as more and more people jump on board to do it, as far as the awakening process, you'll see huge changes in the society. I mean, and the fact that how we do business, how we do, and how our academics structure, as far as schooling, um, working, how we do business with each other. And it's just going to be more of a harmonious society with no lack. I mean, there's truly shouldn't be, I mean, there will be no lack of love, no lack of resources, no scarcity for, I mean, for anybody that's, I mean, for anybody that's done the work and is in that level of um, awakening. So that is pretty much what I wanted to tell you today. And like I said, just remember to do the few things. It's not in this process. It's really not complicated to get through it. It's just you have to do the basic work each day. Do the healing work. By doing your meditations, doing the journaling, doing your grounding work each day, to allow for the release of stress and negative energy. Let your body heal, and you'll see very quickly, that how well how these simple things add up to, just like compounding interest. It's basically you're building interest in your own self as you do things each day. It's like, even like the the book Atomic Habits says, as you start doing one thing each day, and then you add another thing and another thing, within in a short period of time, you're unrecognizable as from what you were when you started the whole process. So that's where you're going here, and you'll be you're on the same path, and with the same success, you will definitely have feel better, and you're doing a great a great thing for your family and humanity in itself. So if you got this far, put a thumbs up, subscribe, anything that help me communicate more with everybody. And like I said, I love you, and I'm here for you. Just let me know, comments, anything that you want to hear or need to know about, and I will respond as quick as possible. Okay, love you. Bye.